Marcel Reed is sort of the flag bearer this week for, is the backup better than the starter now? Is that where we're at? I don't think Marcel Reed is the passer that Connor Wigman is.
Or sometimes is.
Or sometimes is.
Yeah.
But there is no denying he gave them a pop.
Yes.
When he came in, he led a scoring drive, I should say, on all 5 of the second half possessions that he took part in. 4 of them were touchdowns. 1 was a field goal. And they brought him in at a moment in this game against LSU. They're at home. LSU seemingly had the best of their offense. They just could not crack this LSU defense, which in and of itself is kind of a story, given where LSU was at a year ago. They bring in Marcel Reed. Suddenly, it's like the floodgates open. LSU can't stop anything. Wasn't out there slinging it around. I think only threw 2 passes. Had 1 beautiful long throw.
Dude, that was a no, yes throw. Was it Noah Thomas who caught it up the middle, about 50 some odd yards?
Beautiful throw. Just sort of like lurches back and guns it deep, hit him in stride. It was beautiful. But
yes,
just the ability to bring him in for Mike Elko and offer something of a change of pace. The way it flipped the game and how quickly it flipped the game is really, really interesting to discuss here. If I'm a Texas A&M fan, I'm wondering now, what does the game plan look like moving forward? Because if you look at A&M's schedule, the rest of the way, A&M might be the best team in the SEC. Or they might at least get to that championship game in the SEC.
They're in that conversation for sure, given their record and the way that they've beaten teams as led by their defense and defensive improvement over the course of these games. Yeah.
So you find yourself, I think, if you're a fan of the team, wondering what is the game plan now? Do we go back to Wigman? Is it, again, one of these deals where we're going to play 2 quarterbacks? There's going to be a package for Marcel Reed. His ability to step in a relief effort.
Yes.
And dominate LSU was incredible.
It really was. And look, it's at home for Texas A&M, but the atmosphere was foreboding, right? The vibes were down when LSU was up, 17-7. Garrett Nussmeier making big throws. LSU receivers, was it Aaron Anderson who had the long catch and run? Like, there was a lot going right for LSU. They showed the clips of, like, guys getting into it with each other, pregame, the LSU and A, and like things were getting chippy from
very pedantic. It seemed, seemed very pedantic. Like I was expecting either a full blown fight or
there was aggressive nudges.
Yeah, it was very strange.
There was Garrett Nussmeier sort of taunting A&M players into personal foul. Like there was all sorts of stuff happening, and the A&M defense got filthy, Ty. Over the course of this game. They got physical. They were hitting. They got bigger and angry over the course of this game. And you're right about Marcel Reed. That comes in with his legs, with his arm, not as much perhaps as his legs, but just the general mood of this A&M offense lifted so much when he got in there. Connor Wigman was struggling with accuracy and decision-making. And I don't know what Marcel Reed's ceiling is as a thrower, as somebody who can lead this team against teams like Texas at the end of the year, that defense, the Georgia defense, if they play. Like, I don't know. But he seems to move the ball in the correct direction more often. And so, to me, if he has more reps with the ones in practice, if Colin Klein can say, okay, this is the new shape of our offense when we have Marcel Reed and as the season goes on, they become pretty scary. I mean, they are pretty scary. They continue to be pretty scary. Down 17-7, they win this game, 38-23?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a pretty nice night if you're an Aggie.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost as if Brian Kelly had no answer.
Almost.
They had no answer when he came in. I mean, they just didn't. They couldn't stop him. They didn't know how to stop him. It looked like BK was ready to pull his hair out.